I'm the cat toy lady. So I keep getting a ton of requests for cat towers. I promise all the different designs I can come up with, I will make a video for. And for today's video, I'm using my local hardware store to get all my supplies. So to help today's video be not so boring, I did go ahead and paint some of the material. But so you know what products I'm using, I have 2 quick tubes. Those are the tubes that they use for like making cement pillars. I have the 12-inch wide by 4 feet tall size. This is what they look like. And then I have 3 pieces of wood that are 1 inch by 2 inch by 8 feet long, like this. So the tubes, I went ahead and painted the outside white, and the pieces that are 8 feet, I painted those a deep teal. As I cut wood and get things cut down to size, I will have to go back and cover the edges with paint, but this is just going to help speed along the video some. Tools that you'll be needing today: an air-powered staple gun, a miter saw, and paint of your choice. Let's get started. First step is to cut this into 3 pieces. This tube is exactly 48 inches long, so that means I need to make 3 16-inch pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 16 inches, then rotate the tube a little, mark 16 inches again. I'm going to make these marks about every 4 inches all the way around. See, here are my marks. Then using these lines as my guide, I'm going to cut all the way around with my box cutter. It's going to take a couple passes to cut through all of it. There we go. We have 1 piece cut. Now we're going to measure another 16 inches and cut again. I cut up one of the tubes. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing to my second tube. Now that we have 6 equal pieces, we're going to be cutting holes in the side of 4 of them. I happen to have a little circle cutting tool, which will make it a whole lot easier just to mark where the circle needs to be. You can do things like taking a bowl that's the right size and setting it on top. My goal is I'm aiming for 8 inches because I do have a little bit larger of a kitty, but typically anywhere between 7 to 8 inches is a good size hole. So I need to find the center right at 8 inches and mark for a hole. Then for this tool, it has a little spike. I'm just going to put the spike in that hole. And I do already have it set to 8 inches. And then you just press down and it draws the circle. Now I'm going to trace along that with my box cutter and cut it out. If it's a little bit jagged of a circle, it's okay. These spots are going to be hidden. There we go. And if you notice there's some paint on the inside, I quickly realized when painting the outside that my arms weren't long enough to make it all the way through. So I'm going to wait till I finish cutting out all the circles, and then I will paint the inside. We are going to cut the holes out of 5 of the tubes. On only 1 of those pieces, we are actually going to put 2 holes. They are going to be spaced where the 2 edges of them are going to be 3 inches apart, just like that. Now for our 8-foot pieces of wood, 2 of them I'm going to mark out to be able to cut 2 4-foot pieces from each one. And then on our 3rd piece, I'm going to mark 4 23-inch sections. Then I'm going to take the miter saw and cut them into the sizes we need. Time to measure and cut. So we have 4 4-foot pieces and 4 23-inch pieces. We're now going to build a rectangle out of 2 of the 4-foot pieces and 2 of the 23-inch pieces. The 23-inch pieces are going to sit just on the inside of those 4-foot pieces. I'm going to go ahead and staple them together. Now repeat with the rest of the wood. Now that I have both of the rectangles made, I'm going to do some touch-up paint on the teal wood and on the inside and the edges of the tubes. It's time to start assembling. So I went ahead and put the 2 rectangles up top here. The tubes are going to slide in from this direction. And we are going to stagger a tube here, back and forth, and arranging the holes to where the cats can get through them. I'll show you. There's about 1.5 inches of tube sticking out on the front and the back side. Now I'm going to take another tube with the hole facing up and set it right here. As I start stacking things together, I will have to adjust the holes. It's not a big deal. So for right now, I'm just kind of eyeballing and setting them in. Now I'm going to take another of the 1 hole and adjust them together. Then I'm going to take my 2 hole and put it here. And I am leaving enough room right here for the cat to be able to lay down if they want to. So I'm not angling the hole too much down. Then I take another single hole, set it there. And lastly, another 1 hole. There we go. And from the side, I am adjusting where the bars sit and sliding everything down so gravity helps it. So now everything's sitting where I want it to. I'm going to go ahead and attach the tubes with my staple gun. Press on the inside. Any staples that don't go perfectly in, I am going to hammer in the rest of the way. So the base of it is done. You can zhuzh it up however you'd like. I'm going to put some baby blankets in it that are from the dollar store. And just to let you know, this actually is for my living room. Unfortunately, my old lady, who's 14, our 1.5-year-old cat, won't let her on that cool 5-foot tall tower that I made that has the scratchers all over it. If she even goes near it, scratches it, or tries to go in the hole, she gets beat up. So she needed a tower to sit next to it of her own. And this will be perfect for her. So I added the blankets. I just want to give it a little bit more pop of color. It's going to be my living room, so I put a teal baby blanket in too. There are lots more towers to come. I've had a lot of requests for them, so I'm going to come out with lots of different designs. So hopefully one of them will suit you and your kitties. But don't forget, I make other things besides towers, so check out these videos. And if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you always know when the next video comes out. So like I always say, now go make your cat some toys.